Hey everyone, welcome back to Indicted TV. I'm your host Negra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. On today's episode, we have Hazerd.
It's cracking. How we doing?
Hi Hazerd. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
First, we're going to start by asking you where you grew up, who you grew up with, brothers, sisters, the inside of your house.
Yeah, I was actually born in LA County. I was born in Montebello. Like my whole family's kind of from East LA. And then we moved when I was probably like 4 or 5 years old to Ontario.
Okay.
And I grew up in the Inland Empire.
So is that where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Ontario. Yep. Yeah. So, grew up like, I guess you could say kind of typical, like Mexican-American, Chicano upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Both parents working. I was kind of like lucky, I guess. Like I had a stepdad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
you had a male figure.
exactly, yeah, I did. Like I can't front. I always say, like I was the knucklehead or I was a jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, kind of grew up like that. Both parents working though, so and then we had moved and they moved from their familiar surroundings, so they thought like, oh, we're like moving to a quieter place. Like just go outside, be home by the time the lights come on.
Okay, so basically you're saying that how old were you when you moved from East LA to?
4, 5. Okay. I started kindergarten. I remember I was 5 because I remember I did like a month of kindergarten and then I moved.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely were 5 years old.
Yeah.
And then obviously we moving our families we're gonna move out of the LA.
Yeah.
So you're moving to Ontario.
Yeah.
Like you said, your parents thought.
Yeah. So it was like just go outside, like just be home before the lights come on. You know what I mean? And so I had like a lot of free time, like really, really young. Like I think of it now, like I'm not letting my daughter out the house like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like so I was probably 5, 6 years old. Like a lot of people, I think I said it makes me laugh, but you're like, how old were you when you jumped off the porch? How old were you when you were whatever the case was? I was 5, 6 years old.
So you always were tremendo.
From the jump.
And we haven't even started the whole tremendo conversation yet, guys.
From the jump.
We haven't even started the stories
exactly.
yet.
No, for real. So it was just like
5.
I was like 5, 6 years old in the street. Like and like I said, both of them just trying to do the best that they could to like provide the best life that they thought they could for us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I mean I was always my at the time I think I had my 2 little sisters and they were babies, so they would be with family members or whatever the case was, and I'm just out. Like I was out like all the time. Like you couldn't tell me nothing from the jump, and I didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't that I was trying to be a fool with it or nothing like that. It was just like
Mom just let you go play.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like go outside with your friends then. Like oh you got friends already, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it was just
happy you made friends.
Yeah, exactly, basically. And then but it really what it was too was she's they were both always working. So as long as I was home by like 5 or 6, yeah,
before
like 5
home.
or 6, as long as I was home before they were, it was fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was gonna, like typical thing I would always ask, hey, so at what age did you start getting in trouble? With the law, even though you're already
I think
eres vago, pero what age did you start actually getting in trouble with?
I think
the
I was 12. I had possession for sales when I was 12. So what happened was like I always had both parents working, and then my mom got hurt. She was at home, and then she went back to school. She was trying to be a nurse.
Okay.
And I remember like I was always real perceptive, so I would pay attention to conversations that didn't have nothing to do with me. Uh-huh. And like one night I was up and I heard my pops arguing with my mom like about money. So I was like, I'm in 7th grade. Yeah, I was in 7th grade, and I remember like I think I might have asked like my primo for like $10, $20 or something. I saved my money. I went to school and like I bought a sack, and I was trying to like literally, I'll never forget. I always say it like I seen the movie Fresh. You remember that movie?
Yeah,
Little kid, and I was like, I could do that shit. Like it literally, I don't know what the hell was in my head, but I was like, I could do that.
Oh, because
you know what I'm saying?
So where did you get this whole idea already of like the whole I'm gonna sell drugs to help my family? Like where did you start?
I think my thing was like it was more just guilt. Like I didn't want to bug. I just wanted like sneakers, but I couldn't go ask my mom for them. I already, like money was tight, right? But I wanted the new shoes. I wanted a new jacket. I couldn't, You know what I'm saying?
So you were just learning with your friends, or like were you like the movie Friends?
Yeah, I
like,
see. So
what? Like
that was an old. Yeah, that was an old. That was an old ass movie, right? Remember, like they used to play those like really hard movies like on Saturdays, right? Like it was like KCal9 would like play like movies all Saturday. You know what I mean? I remember watching that movie one time. I was little, and then when I was older, like I remember like I said, my mom's and my pops were arguing. It was like late at night, and they're talking about bills and shit. And I was like, oh, I can't. I remember it was because I wanted a pair of like J's or whatever it was. And I was like, the school year had just started, that I'm like, I can't bug. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, all right, I'm gonna get money somehow. And I went to school, and I think what it was one of the homies was like, you know, like that's when you start making those types of choices. And one of the homies came to school like smelling like bud. You know what I'm saying? And like at that time, it's like, whoa, what's that smell?
It's
like
so different.
Yeah, like what's that smell? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm talking to him, and he's like, you want a blaze or what? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, how much you pay for that? I don't know. It was always for me. It was always about $1. Okay. So instantly, I was just like, well, how much you pay for that? How much is it? Let me see. I was asking him. He's like, fuck, fool, you ask a lot of questions, dog. Like, and I was just like, well, how much was that? So I'm like, I'm thinking like, all right, well. I literally just put it in my head, like, okay, if I take this and I do this, I can have this.
Yeah.
That's all it was. All it was for me was like, you know, like.
Yeah, you just wanted to get your own shit.
Yeah, let me buy my own shit without bothering my mother, without bothering my pops. Like, that's the way I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So I was 12, and then I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, really. Like, honest, I was 12, right? Yeah. So I think I always say, like, it was the worst week of my life or whatever it was. Like, I've crashed out so quick. I was like, I was like 12. I'm like, yeah, you know, I got that if you need it, and within a week, like that was, like I ain't gonna front, like I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it. How did it happen? Where it happened? Like
I remember I went to the restroom. My boy had hit me like, hey fool, I know somebody that can help you, because I told one of the homies, and he was like, hey, come here. So I went to the restroom. And I bought I think I got like 5 nickels for like $15 or something like that. Dang. It was something like that. It was like five nickel bags for like 15 or something like that.
And those shits used to be stuffed before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I remember what it looked like was like I remember like opening it, and it looked like a little turtle, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all compressed, like, you know, fucking brickweed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you break that shit off, and it's like, oh, you know, this is what, 2099, I think. It's like, yeah, somewhere around there. And so like I got like 5, I think it was like 5 nickels for like 10, 15, but something like that. And then so then I'm going like, okay, what do I do now? I gotta find fucking customers. And like, I didn't know the first thing on what the fuck I was doing, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, you know. So I'm like trying to run around, and then within like a week, if that.
Did you get in trouble at school, or like?
Yeah, so what? Yeah, so yeah, it was a school. So like somebody told on me, whatever the case was, and then the principal came, gaffled me up, and I thought I was cool. Like I thought I was straight. I thought I had got rid of everything, and then I remember this one fool was like, "Hey, I got like $3. Let me get that for $3." And I'm telling this fool like, kick rocks. He's like, come on, fool, I got $3. Just let me get $3. So I opened up the fucking bag, and like I broke it in half, right? And I put it in a piece of paper. I gave it to that fool. And then I had like a half of a nickel in my bag. And I remember thinking I was straight, like I already got rid of that shit. So I got like a stack of dollar bills, right? Whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? I had like $20, you know what I mean? Like all singles and shit, and fucking quarters in my bag. And I'm thinking I'm cool, like I'm straight. And then he goes through my bag. Yeah, he goes through my bag, and then he finds fucking like literally like that much weed. But at that time, you might as well have fucking caught me with like 2 guns and fucking a bunch of you know what I mean? Like it makes me laugh now. You can walk into a nice place, it's all lit, and you could, you know what I mean? You can get your weed now, you know what I'm saying? You fucking, they tax it and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Fucking 10 cents goes to the governor, and another, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like, but like at the time, it was like, oh my God, you got caught with weed. Like, you know? And then I'll never forget it. Like I said, my mom here went back to school. I feel like it's one thing I feel bad about. My mom gets off of work or gets out of class to come pick me up. And she was picking me up, and then I was supposed to go spend the weekend at my abuelita's house, rest in peace. And I was supposed to go with her, and so that my mom could do some fucking project or something, and we were gonna all go stay over there with my abuelita. And so she comes to pick me up, like, come on, you ready? And the fucking principal's bringing me. Like he's like bringing me out. Like I remember he had his arm around me, and I'm like doing this shit. Like I'm mad, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, he goes to her and he's talking to her about it, and she's fucking like crying, hysterical. You know, and at the time I'm like, man, she's tripping hard. But like I always think about it now. Like you get older, you have kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think about it now, like fuck. My daughter's older than that now. If she came home, like, you know what I'm saying? If I got that car, I'd be hot too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. No, yeah.
So at the time, I'm like, man, she's tripping hard, huh? Fuck. And I'm like, fuck. And then I remember like the principal was, in fairness to him, he was trying to help me out. He was like, you know, he doesn't want to tell us where he got it at, whatever. But, you know, it's not like, he doesn't have a lot, but we were hearing he was selling it. We don't know. So the campus officer is going to have to talk to him tomorrow or whatever. But at the time, I take that back. I don't think we had a campus, but this was early. I don't even think they had them yet. But I think he was saying they were going to call, like, I think it was Ontario PD, that they were going to call somebody, like a police officer to come talk to me or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and they ended up bringing me back. I just sat there like, no, yes, no, I don't know. No, you know what I'm saying? No, whatever. And then I think I had like a ticket for it. That was it. It was like community service. You know, because they didn't find like they didn't find nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So that was basically the first time.
But that was the first time like I like really kind of got in trouble like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like fights in school, whatever that shit happens, right?
Normal shit.
But yeah, but I was like, yeah. So that would have been 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, when was the first time you actually went to juvenile, huh?
You know what's funny? I always say this shit. I was like the king of fucking like tickets and probation. Like I didn't hit the halls at all.
Oh, well,
my number. No, I waited. I waited to go to fucking prison. My number one rule was like I always say this shit. Like if the homies would come cruising by in a car that I didn't recognize, I was cool.
Yeah.
That was my number one rule. Like I don't joyride. Like I'm cool, dog. You know whose car is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you, cause you learn real quick. Like, oh, that's my jefita's car. That's my, you know what I'm saying? And you can still get in trouble like that. Like I didn't give him permission to take the car, whatever the fucking case is. You know what I'm saying? But like that was my number one rule. Like you know, cause that's the first thing homies start doing. They start popping cars and running, jamming around the block. So that was my number one rule. Was like, I just don't get in the car if you don't know whose car it is. I don't know why that stuck with me. So like, I was on like juvenile probation pretty much all of high school. I think, and then one time I think I peed dirty, but then my PO, I remember the vato's name too, Sawyers, Officer Sawyer, probation officer Sawyers, and that fool, like he really helped me out. Like I think I'm trying to, this was a minute ago, but I think I peed dirty, and then he sent me home with mom, and then he called her the next day that he has to come in and test again. And I remember like,
you never really got like violated.
Nah, I was cool. Like I was cool. I was, like I said, I was the king of that shit. The king of probations and tickets, and now probation for 2 years. I think I was on probation from the 12 to 13, 15, somewhere around there. And then 16, 17, and then I got lucky. Like I aged out, so I turned 18. So I'm thinking like,
so you're super lucky.
I'm cool.
Why didn't that shit happen to me?
I'm cool. No, honestly, but it was probably the worst thing. Like I always say that shit. Like I didn't learn my lesson at all.
Well, you didn't learn your lesson.
I never. Like the homies would come out of the halls and I'll hear stories, and the other shit sounds fun. But like I wasn't the type to like, fuck yeah, so let me go. I was like, that shit sounds fun, but y'all are crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm cool. This shit sounds crazy though, but I'm cool. But the minute
you had a choice. It wasn't even your fault. You weren't going to jail.
But the minute I turned 18, right? The minute I turned 18, I started hitting the county.
Oh.
That was it.
Okay, so tell us about the first time you caught your case that you hit the county.
It was a.
You said you just
robbery.
turned 18?
Yeah, it was a robbery. It was a robbery, and.
What type of robbery, and what did you do, and exactly how did you do it?
So we had like, from the time that since I was 12 and I had gotten in trouble, my shit was like, I didn't have the patience for as far as like you talk to like fools that be in the trap with it, and you're like, hey, my respects, bro, because I don't got the patience for it. Like to sit there, and I was like, I don't like my customers. I don't like sitting in this nasty ass house, like the fucking couch smells like piss. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know exactly. You know what I mean, right? Like fucking 10 fools are in the garage. You got a fucking pregnant pit bull in the back, and you know what I'm talking about? And it's just like it's all fucked up. The doors are off the hinges, and you're really sitting there like this is the fools that like you motherfuckers look up to these fools.
Yeah.
Half of these fools are high on their own shit, and I was just like, I didn't like it. So I had a homie that was like really with it when it came to like the stick up shit, and he's like, I seen this fool moving, and I'm like, what's cracking?
When it came up to the what?
When it comes to like the stick up stuff, you know what I'm saying?
To the stick up.
Yeah. What'd you think I said?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, the stick. Yeah, like the homie was like, he was always like cool, and I told him like, what's shit? How can I be down, dog?
Of course, yeah, you wanted to be
So
down.
I'm like, on this shit, like, what's cracking? And he's like, come on, fool. He's like, for real? I'm like, come on. And then so we went. I think the first shit we might have hit was like a fucking, wait. No, never mind. I saw the first. So I remember we went and we did some shit. And then afterwards, when we were done, he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you crazy? All right, fool. All right, let's." Cause I'm little. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm 18, but I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's like, "Oh, that's how you get down? All right, dog, let's go." So I was. After that, we were just running and gunning. One time, we were supposed to hit a check cash. It was a liquor store that cashed checks, and they were gonna do their money drop. So he's like, "Hey, fool, look, we gotta be here at this time, blah blah." And I got a car waiting for us. We show up to go grab the car, and when we get there, we're standing there. Like, I'm like, "Where's this car at?" And it was like, whatever was supposed to be a black Accord, and that there's nothing there. The street's empty, and then somebody comes out from their house, and they're like, They just towed that car. I'm calling the cops. I don't know what you guys are doing on my street. And I was like, yo. Oh. So I was like, yo. So we took off. We bounced. And like me being young, I'm like, oh, we need a car? Yeah, all right, cool, let's go. So I hit a corner. I'm like, the next fool I see, I'm taking him out of his shit. Not realizing that that's like a really bad crime. Like carjacking.
No,
is
for sure. That's like worse.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the first fool I see, I'm taking out of his shit. So then I seen a dude in a gold Altima. We were in Fontana. I seen a dude in a gold Altima. I ran up on that fool like, fuck out of my car, dog. I'll never forget it too. He goes, huh? He's like, huh? Like, fuck out my car, fool. I snatched him out. I jumped in the car, took off, bent around the corner real quick, and we were by
Oh, so you knew how to drive?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Fuck, I mean, you know,
yeah,
kind of a little bit. Yeah, no, I knew how to drive. So I've been like two corners real quick, boom, 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 and we were over by what the fuck is that neighborhood called in Fontana? I want to say it's the Heritage. I think it's what. I might be wrong. Sorry, Spencer. My people from Fontana. My bad. But I pulled around the corner, and then I remember like getting lost because like in the middle of this, they had like this big like park and like I think it's like a man-made lake or a pond or some shit. And I went around the fucking water like 3 times. And I finally come out, and then funny enough, I finally come out, and so the other homie's following me in his car, and he calls me like, pull over, fool. And I pulled over, he's like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, dog. Like, I'm lost right now. It all looks the same, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit all looks the same. He's like, pull over. So then he went and he jumped in the car. He's like, follow me my shit. I'm like, all right, bet. He hits 2 lights. I come up behind him, and he hits a light. He goes left, light turns red. I stopped at the light. And then the cops are coming out the neighborhood. This fool had already called the cops, of course. And he had said, like, oh, yeah, this dude jumped out of a white Expedition.
Dang, you're the one.
And I'm in the white Expedition.
Oh, shit, that fool set you up.
So I'm like, yo. So I said that to say, I get pulled out, you know, we get pulled over, whatever. And I'm thinking I'm cool. I'm like, fuck it, this car's not, I know exactly whose car this is. This car's not stolen. It's cool, you know? So I pull over, like, I'm good. Like, I'm thinking I'm cool. Man, this fool runs around the side of the car, strapped in my face the whole night. Put your fucking hands, and I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to play the role, you know what I'm saying? And then he yanks me out the car, whatever. They had like, I think the fool that I had fucking carjacked had gotten like the first 3 of the license plate and matched the whole 9. But I wasn't in his car. So I went to the county, and I think I got like, I got like worst thing ever, like the worst, stupidest deal ever. But I signed like 9 months, prison joint suspension, right? Like a suspended prison sentence and a strike.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
I was young, right? Like I didn't know nothing, so I was like, okay, cool, yeah, fuck it. I go home, when? They're like 9 months. I'm like, I do that shit easy. Like that's cool. You know, I think at that point I'd been out like a month and a half, 2 months. Like I do 7 more, I could do that shit. Like I got this.
Tell me about when you walked in. Like you said, you were, how was it for you at the county?
I remember I went to West Valley. At the time the gang unit was Unit 8, Unit 7 and 8 at the time. I don't know what it is now, but I know 7 was cells, 8 was like pods, like dorms. And I get there, and the minute that I get there, like homie comes up to the bed, to the doors, and there's like, maybe like 5, 6 of us, like they were coming in, and we went to 8, I think it was like 8E, and we pull up to the pod, and the homie right away is like, homie, bison, like, you know what I mean? He's like on the, you know what I mean? He's on the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means. I've never been in prison with men, so it's not like a thing.
Yeah, no, he was asking.
Tell us a little bit more about
he was asking like where you were gonna fall in. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Where you gonna fall in at? So I I walked in, and then I think I had a homie that was there that I knew like from the streets. So he sees me, he's like, come here, fool, what you do? You know, walked upstairs. I'm all sad and shit. I'm like, damn, I fucked up, you know? So I go upstairs with my little mattress and shit, and I lay my shit out, and it was cool. It wasn't cool. Kids, it wasn't cool.
It's not cool.
But it was like, I was able to go in, I knew somebody. So he ran it down to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, all right, look. And it
wasn't as hard for you.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like, I'll never forget, like, I always tell people, like, you could be the biggest Billy badass, you could think you the hardest fool, whatever the case is. But when them doors lock and like you in it, you're gonna mind somebody. Like you could be the hardest fool, like I don't care, I did this and I got this and I walk around with this on my hip, but the minute that you in there, bro, you're gonna mind somebody. And I remember like that sense of like, oh shit, I'm like, cause I'm 18 and you got grown men in here, like really like that have been doing this is their career. Like they call it a career. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like, you know, playing spades and shit, like learning how to play cards, and I'm like quiet, like just looking around, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just remember thinking like, oh, you fucked up, not quería ser cholo, way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you wanted to be hard, well, go ahead now, this is what you made for you. You made your bed, lay in it, you know? And so I just remember that feeling of like, it happens every once in a while. Anybody's been locked up could tell you like, you'll have little moments where you're like, fuck yeah, I am locked up. You know what I mean? Cause like, that shit becomes your norm every day, that to where sometimes it could feel normal. It sounds weird, but like it could feel like jail ain't that bad. Like, you know
I understand what you mean.
You know what I mean, right? Like you're sitting there and you're like maybe having a meal with your close partners, or you're laughing about something and you're just like crying, laughing, and nobody would think that somebody could have that much like fun, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And so I just remember like every once in a while though, you'll get that wake up moment. You know what I'm saying? Something will crack off, or you know what I'm saying? Something will go down and you're like, oh yeah, I'm in the shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I remember like being very, anybody that gets locked up and was like, that shit was nothing, I didn't care, like they lying to you. Cause like I've seen it with my own eyes. The ones that be quiet as a church mouse and shit, you know what I'm saying? Quiet, the nicest, most respectful, excuse me, homie, ass motherfuckers come to the street and they like, oh yeah, you know I was doing this, and I was doing that, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's the one thing that I just remember, like that feeling of, to make a long story longer, try to get to answer your question. I just remember like going in there and the feeling really being like yeah, fool, this is what it is. Like welcome to, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
the feeling that you had to feel, the feeling that you've been having to feel all these years, that maybe if you would have felt it when you were younger, you probably wouldn't have been where you were at that moment.
Because a motherfucker thought he was invincible.
No, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you couldn't tell me nothing like about, hey, fool, slow down. Hey, fool, you know, I brought one of my boys with me that is not like, he's a tax-paying citizen, a really good guy. We've done a lot of music together over the years, right? And he knew me at that time, and he could tell you there wasn't nothing that you couldn't tell me shit. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing.
You're like, oh, just get a ticket, don't worry.
Like, no, it's like, for real, like, what are they gonna do, dog? Like, they're gonna take me to jail. Like, I used to say that shit, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny, you know what I'm saying? So take me to jail, like, I ain't tripping. Like, I just thought I was invincible, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember sitting there like, And I remember when it first happened, not thinking nothing of it. And then the homies like asked me for my paperwork, right? And they're like looking at it. And my boy that I knew was like looking, he's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nothing. He's like, nah, fool, this charge is like bad, bro. It's not a GTA. He goes, it's carjacking. And I'm like, what's the difference? He goes, you ever like, he brought somebody up that we knew. You know how a motherfucker be like popping the door and going, he's like, yeah, that's a GTA. I'm like, uh-huh. He goes, he knew at this point, this fool had done like 2 prison terms or whatever. And he goes, who did you pull out of their car? And I looked at him like, what, how do you know that? Like, I looked at him like this, like, what you talking about? He goes, well, that's the charge, fool. Like, you, like, with force and with the weapon or whatever you did, yank somebody physically out their car. Like, what the fuck were you doing? And I was just like,
I just needed the car.
I just needed the car. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I just wanted the car, fool. Like, you know, and he's looking at me like, shaking his head. Like, he couldn't believe the shit, you know. And
Did they try to help you, not help you, but you know, we all kind of like talk about our cases and stuff like that. Like, did, you know, when they gave you your, you know, your plea or whatever.
Yeah.
Did they try to tell you like, hey, don't go for this or like?
Yeah, the homie told me all off top. The homie was like, hey, what are you doing, fool? I'm like, what? He's like, they're giving these strikes out like candy, and I'm just like, I mean, what do you want me to do? No matter what. That charge, that offense is a strikable offense. Yeah. It was, I mean,
nothing you could do.
Nothing I could do about it if I went to trial. And I mean, and now that I know what I know, I might have still approached it differently, but that was, you know what I'm saying? But like that charge is what it is. It's a strikable offense in the state of California. So it's like, you know, he had told me like, you realize now you're going to get out, you're going to be on like felony probation. And if you fucking anything wrong for anything, you got to go do the 3 now. Right? Like, so, because I got 9 months in the county, 3 years in prison, suspended, and a strike. And I remember sitting there like, damn. All right, well, when I get out, I'm going to try to do good. He laughed at me. Like, my homie, he just laughed at me.
Because you said try.
He's like, I'm going to try. Not even that. I'm 18. I turned 19, right? I turned 19 in the county. He looks at me. He's like, you ain't going to do none of that shit, bro. Like, he told me, he's like, you're going to learn. He told me, you're going to learn some point. You're going to learn. Like, he knew. Yeah. Like, he goes, you started your career fucking kind of crazy, but all right. And I remember hearing that, too. You started your career crazy. And I remember thinking, like, what the fuck is career? For this ain't no career. Like, you know what I'm saying? He goes, it is. Yeah. No, it is.
So, just in those 9 months that you were in West Valley the whole time?
I was in West Valley, and then I went to Glen Helen. It's kind of like, I guess you guys got but LA County, right? LA County be having, I think it's Wayside, right? So like if you're gonna serve like a whole bunch of county time, right? Like up to the year you go there. Same thing, like they sent us to Glen Helen, which is behind the Glen Helen Pavilion. That used to be the Blockbuster Pavilion, I think. Behind that, like the hill behind it, it's like a little farm.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And what was the worst thing you experienced or you saw there at Glen Helen?
Probably little riots and shit, you know what I mean? Like little, I say little because like you get to prison, it's a whole different ballgame, you know what I'm saying? But I remember like the first time, let me see, what would I have been at? I think I was in Glen Helen. Yeah, I was Glen Helen. And like, I watched the shit kick off over a TV remote. I'll never forget that.
Tell me more about it.
Somebody changed the TV. They were watching, I don't even know, it was like the Laker game was on, and then somebody like leaned on the remote or something. I remember it was by accident. It was legit by accident. These fools had the remote to the TV. Somebody pushed it, whatever. What the fuck you doing? Somebody hit somebody.
Yeah, and it was just like that.
It was popping. In Glen Helen, in the pumpkin patches is what they call it, in the orange. If you weren't orange, like, so in LA County, in San Bernardino County, if you are pre-sentence and not working, or even post-sentence but not working, we're orange. And then the workers wear blue. Yeah. So I was still in the oranges because they weren't racking with me at first because it was my first time in the county, but because of the severity of the charge, they were debating whether or not I was gonna like get to go be a worker or whatever. Yeah. And I didn't want to be honest. I was like, I didn't want to work in the street. The fuck am I gonna work for 20 cents or 10 cents, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like, it used to make me laugh. Like, homies be like, I need a job. I looked at them like, Fool, you didn't want to work at McDonald's, dog. Now you want to work in the kitchen right here. You know what I mean? I used to laugh at that. But I remember I was cool. I was like, I don't even know if I want to go to the Blues. I'd rather kick it right here. And then, fights every day, bullshit, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But I liked it. I was like,
You're with it.
I'm young. I'm just like, whatever. I got time. You know what I'm saying?
With it.
Yeah.
So what was the craziest thing you did while being there?
No, I mean that little dumb shit. You know what I mean? Little, run in the restroom, couple fools, and handle some dumb shit. Honestly, nothing. I say like nothing crazy because the way I looked. Nah. You know what? I remember the craziest shit that in that one. We were in I'll never forget this shit actually. That's crazy. I haven't thought about this in years. So we were in dorm, I think it's dorm 2 in the pumpkin patch. And some fool came in with a big old tattoo on his back. And I just remember looking at the tattoo and it was like the ink was real dark. I remember that. And this was working out in the corner. And one of the homies walks by him and he looks at his tattoo and he stomps. He like grabbed him by the shoulder and he turns, he looks, he goes, "Hey homie, where the fuck you from?" The fool stops, he gets all nervous. He's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? "Homie, where you from, dog?" And I had never heard nobody address somebody in that way in there. Cause you're not supposed to you're supposed to be respectful, you know. Mm-hmm. And he like, gathers around him and shit, and he's looking at him. Then another homie comes by, he's looking. I had no idea what was going on. And they're like, "Hazerd, go inside, fool." We're in the yard. I'm like, all right. So we go in, and then he goes, "Hey, fool, when this fool comes in here, fire on him." And I'm just like, huh? This fool comes in here, fire on him. I was like, all right, like whatever. So this fool comes in, fucking cracked him, and it went crazy. And so he had I think it's called a huelga bird, like tattooed on his back, like really big.
A bird.
A bird, like a big old bird tattooed on his back. I had no idea what none of that shit meant at the time. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know what none of that shit meant. But I remember they're asking him like, "Where you stay at? Who do you know? What city you stay in?" I remember he kept stuttering and shit. They beat the fuck out that man. Like they literally stretchered him out afterwards. I still had no idea what was going on. So then the homie comes to me like, "Hey dog, it's the first time I ever seen it in the county, but I guess the dude was from up north."
Ah.
So he had like a big bird tattooed on his back, and like, I'll never forget it, because I remember kind of like looking at the tattoo just because, like I said, like his ink was, I don't know if it was fresh or somebody really laid it in there, but it was super dark. And that fool got stretchered out. I remember that.
Dang.
Bro.
Was he older?
He was like probably in his late 20s, I guess, maybe
he
late
was still
20s,
kinda
early
young.
30s, I guess, late 20s. Nah, he wasn't like, it wasn't like some, old man or nothing like that. But yeah, he was like in his late 20s, early 30s. And I just remember tripping out because I was like,
what is happening?
yeah, like what the, homie was like, "Look, fool, like follow." And I was just like, all right, bet. But I remember like getting pushed, I got pushed out the way quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like a real little dude. So like, I didn't have no grown man weight on me, but I just remember like, that's probably the wildest shit that I've seen. And like, even now I'm like, how the hell did that fool
even make it there?
Get through that far? But he did though. I mean, like he got through it. He was quiet. I remember the fucking cops were fucking pissed. Like they were mad. They had to like caution tape off the restroom, the whole shit.
Cause that was like their mistake probably.
Yeah, I think they were really mad about that. And I just tripped out. I was just like, them's the breaks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was probably the wild, on my first like little 9 months or whatever, that was probably the wildest shit I saw.
So you got out after your 9 months, right?
Yeah.
You signed your deal, like you said. What, while you were in there, your mom would visit you, you had visits, did you have your family there for you?
Yeah, because it's my first time, right? Like everybody knows that. Like if it's your first time, like I'm never do it again. Like I'm not gonna mess up no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. And because I think I've been in trouble my whole life, but I had never been to the halls. So it was like a new thing. Mm-hmm. So I did. I mean, I had, my daughter had just been born, and I always laugh at it. Now, I mean, we were young, you know what I'm saying? My daughter had just been born. I think Babe's mom was off the team in like 6 weeks.
Oh, shit.
It was like 6, 7, like I remember there was a hobby, like later on, like another a whole nother time I was like fighting the case. The homie used to have a saying, hey dog, don't take it personal. Well, you in here, that shit's on lease, homie. Like, hey, well, you in here, dog, that shit's on lease, homie. I remember though, like I think about it now, and when you're younger, everything's like different. Like so impactful, right? And you're like, damn. But I think about it now, like how long it took. I think it was like 6-8 weeks.
That ain't nothing.
Nothing. Like not like my daughter ain't even have her ears pierced, I don't think.
Damn, the way you put it.
You know what I'm saying? So that happened. So I learned that lesson early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember like one of the homies like came, he like, come here, fool. And like he sat me down. He had like made a spread and shit. He's like, eat with me, dog. And we sat, shouts out to the homies from spreads too. But we sat down, we eating and shit. And he's like, look, if this is what you want, I'm like, no, this ain't what I want. He goes, clearly it is. Like, you were fucking up, right? He goes, so if this is what you want, this is what comes with it, dog. That ain't gonna be the last. He goes, if this isn't your last time being busted, that's not the last time that a female is not gonna be able to deal with. Like, you gotta think, every day that you're in here and you're doing push-ups and you're eating your soups and you're making your phone calls, they gotta go, you know, they're going to the store or they're accepting your phone call. Then they gotta go to work or they're going to school or they're doing this or they're doing that. And they got fools hitting on them every single day. And then you got your ass. You know what I'm saying? Writing letters with I'm never gonna do, making all kinds of jailhouse promises, right? Yeah. And so he told me, like, if this is what you want, that's what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember telling him, like, fool, this ain't what I want. He goes, really? This ain't what you want? What are you here for? Like, that fool broke it down to me sick. I remember I wanted to fight this fool damn near. I was like, mad, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you're young and you're really what it was I was embarrassed. Like, dang, fool.
Like, he hit you with the right words.
And yeah, and he told me, like, he goes, if this is what you want, that's what comes with it. I can promise you you're going to get busted again, and I can promise you that when you do, if you got another female, she's going to be off the team too, eventually with enough time. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I learned that lesson quick. You know what I'm saying? I had, you know, I would get my mail and shit like that. I'll get my visits from my grandmother, from my mother. Like I said, it was my first time, right? And you're local too. Like when you're in the county, you're super
close.
A 15, 20 minute drive, 30 minute, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As opposed to 4 hours or.
No, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Fucking weekend stay at a hotel and a plane ride. You know what I'm saying?
I've never done that, so I don't know. Yeah, I never visited anybody.
Me neither. They wouldn't let me. Yeah.
So you're out, right? You get out. What did you do? How did that go?
When I got out?
Yeah.
I should have known I was gonna fuck up. I remember the day that I said I wanted to go do a bunch of shit. Like I wanted to do some stuff, and I knew that like if I went and like see my family, like I was gonna be caught up for a week or something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I think I got out like on a Monday. I said I got out on a Tuesday or whatever it was, right? I don't remember the day. I just remember I said I got out a day after I did, and I got out and went and just handled a bunch of shit. Like, oh, I gotta see this person, I gotta see this person. I should have took my ass home. Like, you know what I'm saying? But from the jump, like I came home and I was already fucking up. I didn't learn nothing.
Oh, so how long were you out?
Oh, I was out like, I think a total, let me see. I got out in January, so I got out in January 07, and then I was out till September of 07.
Did you catch another case?
Say 8 months, yeah.
Or did you just violate?
No, so I caught a couple cases. So I was on probation in San Bernardino County, and then I was trying to kind of quote unquote trying to do the right thing. Trying. So I remember my daughter's birthday's in April, so it was her first birthday party, and I was like, I got it. Like I'm gonna take care of it. And I remember not fucking having it. Like, so I was sitting there, and at the time I had already started making music. I had like these CDs we had done, and I had pressed up a bunch of these CDs, and I went to Hollywood. Back then they had a Virgin Megastore on Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood and Highland, I think, right? And right in front of the Virgin, fools would post up and sell, they used to have these DVDs, like these like rap battle DVDs, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
And fools would like sell DVDs. I had CDs, and I'm like, I'm gonna go stand next to the DVD motherfuckers and sell my CD. So I'm selling my CDs. I was there probably for like 4 or 5 hours, and standing on Hollywood Boulevard. And I was like, I was probably like 300, maybe like $350 short of whatever I needed to pay for. I think my daughter, I had put a deposit down in fucking Shakey's, right? And so like we were gonna have a birthday party, right? And so I was like 300 short, and I was like, all right, if I sell these CDs, like I can't get in trouble, I'm not gonna get arrested, I'm not doing nothing I shouldn't be doing, so fuck it, right? So I'm slanging CDs all day, and we had done okay, like I was close to my goal. And then some fools were walking by. There were some white boys from Missouri, and they're walking by, and they got hit up like 4 times. Hey, buy this DVD, buy this DVD, you know? So then I hit them up like, hey, bro. I'll never forget. I thought I had the coldest pitch because I'll say, hey, do you listen to music? The answer's automatically yes, right? So I'm like, yo, check this out. So I'm sitting there. That's what I was doing. So I see these fools. Hey, bro, you listen to music? And right away, they're like, one of these fools is like, I already said I don't want your fucking ass DVD. And I looked at him like, hey, I ain't tell you shit. Like, you know, and I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, hey, bro, it's cool, you know? And then so he kept pressing the issue. Finally, he was being real disrespectful. And so he said one too many. So I was like, you two was cracking. So he goes to square up. And then one of his boys had a skateboard. So he goes to swing the skateboard at me. So I backed up. I had this one fool with me. He was a weenie. And I told him, like, you gonna help me or what, dog? There's like 3 or 4 of these fools. There's 2 of us was cracking.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, no, bro. Like, he's like backing up and shit, weenie. And so I told him, like, fool, give me the blade, dog. We had a blade.
Oh, shit.
Well, check it out, because the CDs were saran wrapped. And so he was opening the saran wrap with this little blade. It was like a little box cutter. Like, fool, give me the blade, dog. So he gives me the blade. I opened it, but it had like a decent amount of blade, and then it had a handle. Mm-hmm. So when I opened it, like, you could pull the box cutter kind of out. Uh-huh. So I pulled it as much as I could, and I turned around like, back up, fool. So he kind of did it first, but then one of these fools like swung his fucking skateboard again, so I ducked and started poking. On Hollywood Boulevard, bright fucking daylight. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. Lady, I think there was a lady selling pupusas or some shit.
And all you were trying to do was...
And I thought I was trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't. The thing was the reason why I always say, like, I thought was because the minute that these fools, like, I think it was Nipsey Hussle said we have to change our way that we react to our perception of being disrespected. Mm-hmm. And so it's like the instant that anybody like said something to me that I didn't like, it was like, no, you're gonna be fucked up.
No, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got me, no, we can go all the way there. And we're literally just a minute ago, I'm trying to sell you a CD, and now I'm poking you. And so I got him pretty decent. The minute that I did, like, it went all that fucking rah-rah shit, all that trying to hit me with a skateboard. This was trying to throw it was like a stand or something. Somebody had like some kind of they were advertising in business or whatever. He picked it up, tried to throw it. The minute I start poking, these fools are, screaming and shit. And then it went from like, what's up, bro? What are you trying to do? They're like, call the cops. These fools like literally went and grabbed fucking right there on Hollywood Boulevard. I don't know if they do anymore, but I know at the time they had like, their security guards would wear white polos, right? So they grabbed like a bunch of these fools in the white, hey, he stabbed my, like, I swear it's crazy. I ain't grow up like that. So the idea of he did that to me, like, was fucking 3rd grade shit, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, he stabbed my friend. So like, I dip out, I try to ditch the fucking blade. I try to run through Virgin. I remember there was a door at the back of the Virgin Mega Store that would open up to where like
yeah, there's an entrance in the front and there's an entrance in the back, yeah.
And I was trying to go up, I was like, let me go in the front and go up the back. So I go in, and there was an off-duty police officer who was doing security work right there, just like loss prevention or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I run in, I walk past him, like I slowed down, I see this big ass dude. And I walk right by him, like, what's up, bro? And then so I walk by, he's like, what's up, man? And then these fools come in and I hear him, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. So I tried to keep walking, and then I had to get by him and go. I think it was either you would walk in and you would either go down some stairs or up some stairs. And then I can't remember. I feel like you went down some stairs, and then it was all the CDs and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think I went down the stairs. And he stabbed my friend. Stop him! This fool was huge. This fool was like 6'3", 6'4", like fucking 260. This motherfucker jumped down the stairs and like fucking tackled me. He's like, where you going? I'm like, huh? Like, hey, wait, I didn't steal nothing. I was trying to play it off, I heard these fools like, he stabbed my friend. I'm like, what kind of snitch ass bullshit is, you know what I'm saying? fools wanted it until you didn't. You know, that was I remember being mad about that. And he jumps down the stairs, he tackles me and shit. He's like, don't move, bro. I'm like, hey, I didn't steal nothing. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I ain't trying to steal nothing. Like, I just kept saying that shit. And he's like, nah, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Fucking pulls fucking zip ties out of nowhere, starts zip tying my hand. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
LAPD got there. He fucking took me, cut the zip ties off, cuffed me. I come out, and then I hear these fools. We're just on vacation from Missouri, and we're just trying to, you know, and this fucking thug motherfucker. Like, I can laugh about it now, I guess. But I mean, like, so I remember I went to jail that night, and I was in what division is that? It's
Hollywood, no?
Yes, Hollywood, but
Hancock.
Wilcox?
Wilcox
Is
or
it
Hancock?
Wilcox division? Right there.
One of those.
Right there.
Yeah.
I think it was Wilcox, the Wilcox division, and they have
Because
like
it's kind of like in the back. You have to.
yeah,
go like
and you
this.
got the little fucking damn. You really
Go.
really
This
with
is
the
not about
business.
me, guys. This is
Yo,
about
she
him.
really with the business. She's like, yeah, you know, I did some time in that fucking overnight institution.
Just go. It's not about me.
So then I remember I was there for like a night, and I was trying to bail out. I was like, hey, all I wanted to do, because I had missed everything. My daughter's first steps, her first Christmas, everything. Her first Halloween, everything, right? And I remember like being like, fuck, I better not miss her first birthday, right? So I was like, come on, you know? So I remember calling everybody I knew, look, I need to bail out. I called this fucker, I called it, I need to bail out, all right? I need to bail out before they slapped this fucking probation hold on me. You know what I'm saying? It was on a Saturday. So I knew it wouldn't hit my PO's desk until Monday. So I was like, at the very least I can get out because I'm not on probation in LA County. So if I'm out because the party was on a Sunday, I was like, if I'm out for one fucking, you know, if I'm out for one day, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I told like my people that helped me bail out, I told them like, I'm gonna be real with you. My bail was $30,000. I'm gonna be real, we're about to spend $3,000 for a day. But I'm good for it. I'll pay you back. Whatever. However, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't got it, but I'll pay you back. But I'm just trying to be out for my daughter's first birthday. So I did. I bailed out. I went home, showered and shit, and then I went to my daughter's first birthday. That was cool, I guess. And then the next day, I went to go turn myself in.
Oh, well, that was good that you turned yourself in.
I went to.
You were really trying to get yourself together.
I was trying. I was like. Nah, because if not, I'm gonna run with it for real.
Because in reality,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, it really does work better if you go with what they want you to do. Like just go, go check in or turn yourself in. They really do treat you different.
And my thing was, the way I looked at it was like, I'm fucked anyways.
Yeah.
I got this 3 years. I just stabbed this motherfucker in broad daylight on Hollywood Boulevard. It is what it is. Let me just get my time started.
Yeah.
Like the way I looked at it was like, I'm going to prison. I don't know how long yet, but I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
So I went to turn myself in. Like I literally walked in like, all right, cool. Like I'm ready. I remember I walked in and my PO's name, I think her name was like Aguilera or some shit like that. I think it was either Aguilar or Aguilera. And she didn't like me at all. And I walked in there like, she goes, Sanchez, what are you doing here? He says you're here to report police contact. And I was like, yeah. She goes, that ain't good. I'm like, yeah. So what happened? I was like, got arrested on Saturday. She's like, what? Why are you standing in front? Like, I was her thing. How you standing in front of me? She's like, I bailed out Sunday morning. She's like, huh? I was like, I was just trying to see my daughter's first birthday. Like, I'm here though. It is what it is. What'd you get arrested for? I had my paperwork. I'm like, look, here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, who did you assault with a deadly weapon to cause great bodily injury? And I was
She just
like,
said it all?
Yeah, she just reads it. You know, she goes, who did you assault with a deadly weapon in an attempt to cause great bodily injury to? And I was like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know the dude's name. I don't know. I have no idea. She's like, well, what happened? I was like, I don't know. Like I don't know what you want me to say. Like, are you gonna take me to jail or not?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't know if she got laid that morning or what happened. I don't know what happened, but she looks at me. She goes, so what are you gonna do? I was like, well, I'm here because I'm guessing you're taking me to jail, like, you know? And she goes, all right, well, since you brought it to me and I didn't have to find out about it.
That's how they usually
You know what I'm saying?
It, yeah.
Like, you're on bail. As long as your bail's good, like, I'll honor your bail. And I was sitting there like I was in the fucking Twilight Zone. Like, I was like, I thought Ashton Kutcher was going to come around the corner like, you're getting punked. You going to fucking jail. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting there like, I was like, this is some bullshit. And I'm ready. I was ready. Like, the whole time I was ready. I remember I was like, Oh yeah, I was ready to go to jail, and she asked me to do a urine test. I did a urine test. I was clean, and then she goes, yeah, if you sign anything out there, you're fucked. Like I'm telling you now, if you try to sign probation out there, you're going to prison here. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, bet. So it's funny because she like let me go home that day, but she was a bitch about like she was. I don't know. To me, I was like, take me to jail. Like,
Yeah, let me
you know
just
what I'm saying?
get it all the
Let
way.
me, yeah,
I
let me,
know
you know,
what you
because
mean.
let me tell you something. Being on probation and bail, that's just fucking hard, dog.
I know,
like,
I've been.
Like, okay, you know what I'm talking about. That shit sucks, bro. It's like you gotta answer to this person, you gotta answer to this person, you gotta
Yeah, like,
you gotta
it's
stay in
just so
contact.
much.
It's like the best way I try to put it to anybody that like that's out there is like I said before, when you first go to jail, you learn real quick you're gonna mind somebody, right? Imagine coming home and then having it even worse. Cause I gotta piss for my PO, I gotta talk to my bondsman. You know what I'm saying? One time I'll never forget it. I had a cell phone with a company. What were they called? They were around for like 2 fucking seconds, but they sponsor UFC. Oh, Boost Mobile.
Where you at? Remember?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Boost. No, I'm lying. It wasn't Boost. It was
The next tail shit.
Amped. Remember Amped Mobile? They were around for like 2 seconds.
I don't know.
And they were big. I remember they were big because they sponsor UFC. That's how I seen them. I walked by and I needed a phone and I'm like, shit, let me try it. They're a new company.
Yeah.
And I got the phone. And I remember they were around for like 2 seconds. Like my service stopped working like 3 months after some shit, right? And I remember when that happened, like my phone went out and the bondsman was trying to get a hold of me or whatever.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I had the bounty hunter pounding on the door like 3 hours later, like, what you trying to do? And I looked at him like, what? He goes, do I got to revoke your bond? And I looked at him like, hell no, what the fuck? Like, what are you tripping on? I'm here, I'm right here, what do you mean? He's like, we tried to call you, ain't answering. I'm like, oh, my fucking cell phone's out of service. Like, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like little shit like that. You know what I mean? So
It's a lot to deal with.
It was the most stressful like 8 months ever. And then finally, it was September of '07. And I was done. I was like bills are piling up. I remember I had $30,000 bail, but when I went to court, they raised it to like 105, 110, because they said it was a serious crime or whatever. But I'm like, I'm here. Like I paid the 30, you know, I paid the 3.
Yeah.
So I remember my bondsman had like said, I'll rewrite your bond, but if it's over 100, you need like some kind of collateral bullshit. He goes, ask him if they'll lower it to 95. So went in front of the judge, I explained it, and they're like, all right, we'll drop it. So they dropped it to 95. My bondsman came in, he posted it, and he told me like, you owe me, you know, 6,500. And I'm like, yeah, let me put it on my eyes, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me just get that right for you, you know? And I remember trying, like, I was, you know, trying to get the money together. I remember I was at the time, like, I tried, quote unquote, to kind of like do right. I was like, I was ghostwriting for like a little kid rapper, right? And I was like really trying to like, okay, maybe I can do the music shit. You know, all right, let me try. And I was like writing for this kid, and like his dad was paying my bondsman, you know, for like a few months.
So you've always been
but oh yeah, no, that's from the jump.
We will talk about that.
Yeah, no, I always say that the rap shit is what I always wanted to do. The street shit was just normal. Like I just like fast money. You know, you understand what I'm saying? I like fast money. And so I remember I was trying to like write for a kid. Not even trying, I was writing for a kid. And we did like a whole album for him. His pops was paying my bondsman, and then they wanted to move. They were trying to do the music shit, so they wanted to go to like New York or something, or like Philadelphia. And so they left, and I couldn't. I was on fucking probation, and I was on bail. I wasn't going nowhere. So I went home, and then I think I was for like a week or two. I'm like, I gotta do something. I hit the homie up, and that was when I caught my case. They sent me to prison. I went. I got arrested for strong armed robbery. Wait, conspiracy to commit a crime and strong armed robbery. I didn't have a pistol on me. I didn't get arrested with a pistol. So it was a 211. I think it's like A or B, 211A, 211B, whatever, right? And so I got arrested for strong armed robbery and conspiracy to commit a crime. And I remember the conspiracy shit was weird to me because I was like, what are you talking about? Well, it was 3 of us, and 2 of these fools started singing the minute they got arrested. Like the minute, I remember like like I remember like one of my OGs telling me like, if you're gonna do something, do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But what we were trying to do, it's always with the check cashing spots too. We was trying to rob. We were trying to knock over a Nick's check cashing, man. Fucking checking and cash, whatever the hell. And we were trying to
cash Ace Cash or some shit.
Yeah, that shit. But I think at the time it was called Nick's check cashing, and we tried to knock that shit off. And then because that specific location didn't have bulletproof glass, it was just a counter. So it was like, oh, that's an easy lick. Like, let's get to it. And then the minute these fools got cuffed, when I got cuffed, I was thinking like, I'm probably gonna have to do that 3 years, right? But I remember it was the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know if you've ever had this, but you ever be moving so fast, you get arrested and you relax?
Yes.
Like, you get cuffed and instead of being like, fuck, you're like,
you feel relief. You feel like, okay, now you could finally breathe.
Whatever I got coming, fuck it.
I understand that feeling.
You understand what I'm saying?
I
remember that feeling. I remember sitting in a fucking cop car and I remember like all that fucking like all that anxiety, all that feeling, like every day I'm waking up and I'm tight. I gotta check in with my PO, I gotta check in with my bondsman, like every day.
And I still gotta make money to.
And I still, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm running and I'm like, I'm literally paying my bondsman with money that I shouldn't have. And then I was looking at it like, do I pay my probation fees? Well, I can't pay my probation because I don't got a job, right? So it's like, I would tell her like, oh, I don't got a job right now. So like, you know, I'm trying, like I'm looking for a job. Look, I applied to these places. Cause at the time, like that shit was, I remember too, like she was mad at me. She would always give me shit, but I would show her the applications. Like I really applied here, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I remember I applied to so many fucking places. Like real quick, I'll get to the prison shit, I guess. But I remember in 2013, 14, I started getting like settlement checks from like class action lawsuits because they were saying it was discriminatory to deny somebody a job strictly based off of their criminal record. You know what I mean? Because I was applying, I bullshit you now. I remember one of the saddest things ever. I remember I walked in to apply. I was literally like, I'll work wherever. But like, this is 07, I think. Like, they weren't fucking with you if you had a felony like at all. You couldn't work. No way. I applied for a job at a laser tag arena. Like, I was gonna be the dude in a referee shirt, like, here's your guns, pointed at you know what I'm talking about? I'll never forget that shit, thinking like, you need this job. You know how down bad you gotta be to hope to work at a laser tag arena? I'm sitting there like, I hope I get this job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And like, and literally like them calling me, like, oh yeah, unfortunately your background check, a fucking laser tag arena, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I got denied from like crazy jobs. And so I remember my PO's mad at me. So like, but she's considering me like an indigent case or whatever the case was. And then I'm taking what money I am getting in the street and turning around and giving it to my bondsman. And when I got cuffed, I'll never forget it. I got arrested, and at first I'm like mad. And then I sit in the back of the cop car and it just like, my back and my neck were like all knotted up and I felt like that shit went away. You know what I'm saying? And it's the craziest, like it's the craziest feeling. And that was when I knew how I had been living. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Understand.
Like I couldn't comprehend how down bad I was until I was happy to go to jail.
Yeah.
And for me, my issue was never like, I think the reason why I was able to turn my life around, even when I was fucking up, but I was trying, I think the reason why I was never that bad was because my issue was never drugs.
That's exactly what a lot of the issues is drugs.
It's always drugs, right? For me, it was fast money and trying to maintain a lifestyle I didn't have no business trying to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other shit is easy, like a lot, cause you ask the homie like, what happened, bro? Fuck, I've been up for a week, dog, and you know what I'm saying? And I slipped, and I was up for a week, and then I got caught doing some dumb. You see homies in there for the dumbest shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're in there, they're not sick no more. They're like clean. They got their wits about them. Like, what are you doing here, dog? Like I know what you about, but like, what are you doing here? Like, you're not dumb, but like, hit the street, and that's a demon they gotta fight, you know? Yeah. So for me, it was never drugs. It was just like fast money and just getting caught up in that lifestyle, right? Like when you're running around the street with your homeboys or whatever the case is, it's like that shit just comes with it. It's not, it really does. It's like a second nature type thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I remember September 07, I got busted, and like probably that night or the next night, probably like the best night of sleep ever. You know what I'm saying? I was just laying there like, and I felt so good that I woke up in the morning like my back's kind of sore from the stupid ass little sorry ass matches that you get, right? I'm kind of sore. I'm turning around like, and I turned, and I always say this shit, like, I don't know if anybody's ever had this happen, like the homies will laugh if they're watching this. You ever wake up in jail and forget you're in jail?
Yeah.
Dog, that's the worst shit ever, bro. Like, you wake up like,
you're like, oh.
That shit happened to me like 2-3 times my first week because it was like the best sleep I was getting because I wasn't stressed
anymore,
out. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't stressed no more. You know what I mean? So like I went in and I fought my case for like a year because at first I was thinking, well, they ain't catch me with no pistol. They ain't catch me in the place. They don't have me on surveillance. Like I'm thinking I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? But one of my crimies told so bad, a little sorry motherfucker. This fool told so bad he gave him, I'll never forget the shit. I said, this motherfucker extra told. Like afterwards, he told so bad that he gave him extra evidence. Like this fool was like.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so trip out. All right, I'll break it down to you like this. We met up and before we went to go do whatever we went to do, we were at another spot and I went in, you know what I'm saying? And I went in to grab I think it was like a bottle of water and a fucking Swisher. And I walk out, there was a liquor store. And they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing, I'm gonna get a bottle of water. What you talking about? They thought I was gonna fucking rob the liquor store. I'm like, I ain't gonna rob no fucking liquor store. Like, I'm cool, dog. Like, so I walked in and grabbed a bottle of water and they like walked in after me. What are you doing? I'm like, chill, fool, you good. A bottle of water. And I walked out and then, this fool went afterwards, he's like, all right, what do you want to know? Like, I seen this fucking, I don't know if you've ever seen paperwork, like, from an interrogation, and when you sit there and, like, they have it typed out, like, word for word, the suspect one said blah, blah, and I was just sitting there reading, and I was like, this raggedy motherfucker right here. I remember he told him, like, so we met up in this parking lot, and we parked here, and then he went in the liquor store. I thought he was going to rob the liquor store. I was trying to stop him. But he didn't rob the liquor store. He bought a bottle of water. So they fucking went to the liquor store, and they had me on camera buying like the whole night. And I'm like, how do you extra tell, bro? Like, how the fuck do you give them you gave them evidence. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So then he said, and then he walked out, and he said we were going to do it. So they went to that liquor store. They got a warrant for the evidence. They subpoenaed the liquor store owner to give him his tapes. They asked him, do you recognize this guy, blah, blah. And it was within hours he had told, like in the interrogation room.
Just everything, right?
Yeah, the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? And I knew he had said something. I never forget this shit. I knew he had said something, but after, because I walked out, they had me in one room, and they had him like in a big room, and I'm walking by, and I already knew it was all bad. And he goes, when you walk out, the cop had me, he goes, when you walk out, don't say nothing. I looked at him like, excuse me? And he opens the door and like two more, like they're Chino PD, two more fools, uniforms came and they blocked me like this. And they're like, why are they? Don't do nothing. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I walked by and this was sitting there with Burger King. I'll never forget the shit. This had Burger King at the table. He for a fucking whatever it was, a Whopper or whatever the hell. I hope he got cheese and rat. So like, I always said that shit, so I hope a rat got his cheese. But that fool, yeah, you sat there, he had Burger King at the table.
You're in the LA County.
No, so it was San Bernardino County. So I violated my probation and caught a new case. It was violation and ad charge, not an ad charge. I'm talking like it's fucking in-house. So it was a violation with a new beef, I guess, right? Yeah. So then because I was on that, they revoked my bail. You know what I'm saying? I remember they revoked my bail. I felt bad because I had a couple people like co-sign for me on the bond, and they went to him like right away, like we need our whatever I was paying. I think I still was into him for like $3,500 or something. They needed that shit up front. Like they went to the people, they're like, we're gonna put a lien on your house. I felt bad, like you know what I'm saying? I really did. I felt bad for him, and so they I remember they revoked my bail out of LA County, and then I was busy fighting this. I wasn't even worried about that shit no more. I was busy fighting this. I was fighting for a year.
So
I knew I was fucked, but I didn't know how bad. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I was about to ask you. So, how much time did you end up getting, and did they run the cases concurrent?
Yeah, no. So what happened was I got 5 years, and the way that worked was I think my exposure. Like I said, I didn't get caught with me personally with a pistol, so they were just trying to pin me planning the robbery or whatever the fuck, however they wanted to word it. But it was, I think because it was like that, I think it was strong arm, and I think the exposure was like 3, 5, and 9, or 3, 5, and 7, or whatever. So obviously I didn't qualify for the minimum term, and then they were talking about, well, you got a strike, and this is, I think it was 9 with a strike that you could double it is 18, right? And then the conspiracy charge was something else. So they're like, this is what you're facing, or this is what you could take. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they had already got both my co-defendants. One of them, they got 5 years because they had them like on camera. They told on everybody, got like 6 months, 2 on house arrest. I was like, God damn, this right here.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got 5 years.
So I got 5 years. I got sentenced, and after I was in the county for like a year. I ended up getting a 5. And then, you know.
So you're in the county, you get sentenced 5 years. How long after you get sentenced do you catch the chain, and where did you go?
It was like 3 months. It was like 3 weeks. Excuse me. So it was like 3 weeks. I hit the. I caught the chain like 3 weeks after my sentencing. I remember too because I got sentenced like right after my 21st birthday.
Oh.
And so I remember like I turned 20, like I turned 21, like waiting on the chain. And we went to, back then my county used to do reception in Tehachapi. I don't know what it is now. I heard like that's like, I don't know, you got like.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
know.
saying? You got yards that flipped or whatever the case is, but I was in Tehachapi. And I remember like it was the coldest place I had ever been. Like the Tehachapi is like, it's mountains around, there's like a little valley, and that's where the yard's at. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I remember going there, and I was in Tehachapi for like 6 months.
How was that little experience?
The minute that I got there, I was in some shit because my celly was young. So I had a youngster, like I was young, I was 21, but this fool's 18, fresh from juvenile hall.
Oh, yes.
And he was a knuckle. This fool's doing all types of shit he shouldn't have done, bringing heat to the pad, all types of shit he shouldn't have done. And like the homies were like, you know, and that was when I learned like you don't bring attention to yourself, right?